Yeah. I have a full-time job.
If you guys didn't already know, this podcast sponsored by Surfside iced tea and vodka. Ta-da! No? All right, fine. You know what? I have a full-time job. I'm going to do my thing.
That's the same Surfside and vodka from last week, bro.
No.
2 weeks ago.
Fresh one.
This is also a freshly clean shirt from last week. And
yeah, Amanda would not believe that. She does not believe that you actually do the laundry. She's very, very persnickety about laundry, apparently. Who knew? Anyway, there's lots of fun things to do in the area for Christmas this week. If you haven't already, make sure you go to do all of these 10 things. Some of them are on my, dream scenario, and others, not so important.
Do you have your favorite Christmas plans, or do you have any
I have an every year Christmas routine, much to my mother-in-law's demise.
Okay, let's hear it.
I wake up, I go to my dad's house, 10 a.m. at my dad's house with all my siblings. We do Christmas.
Okay.
Then I leave there after breakfast, and I go to John's house.
More breakfast.
End of story. There is more breakfast, usually with Scrapple.
Nice.
Are you a Scrapple person?
Yeah.
Scrapple!
Yeah, it's good.
I had never had Scrapple before John's family, and they're obsessed with it. I'm definitely not obsessed with it. It's not bad, but I'm not obsessed with it.
My uncle in Mississippi, they don't
John, what is your take on Scrapple? Are you pro Scrapple? I can't see the thumbs up through the wall. Oh, well, that's going to make it difficult to answer the question.
Yeah.
He's not there.
My uncle in Mississippi, they don't have Scrapple down there, so whenever he comes up here, he buys so much of it and brings it down.
That's disgusting. Honestly, to eat Scrapple is one thing.
How do you go
to buy that much of it?
You don't even live in the state that they sell it in, so what other option do you have?
That's like going to Maryland and buying burger cookies.
What are
What?
Okay, stop.
Liv, do you know what burger cookies are? Uh-oh.
Yeah.
No, that's you're lying. That's the most lying response. She's on her phone.
Wait.
You know what burger cookies are? Yeah.
What is a burger cookie?
They sell them downtown. They're made in Maryland. I don't know what's in them, but I heard the brand BERGER, right?
At least she knows how to spell it. Boom!
Yeah, well.
Burger cookie. They're not hamburgers, which is a little bit sad. But if you took two of them and sandwiched them, they could be a hamburger. White on top and white on the bottom and a chocolatey center.
Nice.
Yeah, they're not that way. They're just a chocolatey top. But they're not pretty and beautiful and piped out.
What about other Christmas activities outside of Christmas Day? Because I have one that I want to share with you and everybody on the podcast. It is my new Christmas activity.
I don't have routines, but I'm curious about yours.
So let's start with my Christmas Day. It's just at my parents' house. All my family comes over. We'll get into some food and stuff because that was something I wanted to share. But
Scrapple.
It's not that. Sometimes, my mom's not a cook. She knows it. She tells everyone on Facebook she's not. It's like an ongoing kind of joke.
Okay. Yeah, she does say that, actually.
And sometimes she'll order Mission Barbecue catered for our house so we don't have to cook, or she doesn't have to cook or have to worry about it. Because my mom's idea of cooking is anything that's in a box or in a bag that you put in the microwave, she'll nuke the shit out of it. And then one time, I don't think it was last year, I think it was the year before, our microwave broke because she ran it so much.
24/7.
Yeah, it blew up.
Yeah.
So then whatever was in that microwave, we had to then put in the oven to try and get to temperature or whatever we needed. Sometimes she'll order a ham, and that's cool, I guess. We'll eat ham, or sometimes Mission Bar. It's never the same thing. So I feel one time we've had pizza on Christmas.
On Christmas?
Yeah.
All right, that's criminal.
I think it was one time.
And I love pizza.
I think it was one time. I don't know why it happened or how it happened, but I think someone had jacked up the food.
Can I tell you, I do not have peppermint candy canes often, and they are always hit the spot.
Yeah, they're great. You want to hear my other new Christmas activity that is now going to be routine? And you're going to laugh, and your reaction will be oh my God. Can you guess what it is?
I hope it's not the Miracle on 34th Street that you just saw last night for the first time.
That wasn't my first time.
First time?
It's Goosemas.
Oh my God.
Told you, that's the response.
Jeez.
He was not.
Why is it every year?
It's just what they do. This is going to be the 11th one.
Wow.
And I've only, the first one I went to was last year, and that's the first time that I had seen them.
Did you get Jeff Bisker for Secret Santa?
No.
You could give him Goosemas tickets.
I
know what your gift is.
Oh shit! Look at that.
I know what your
It's not so
gift is.
secret, I guess.
No, I know what you're getting your person.
Oh, yeah. I thought you meant what I was getting.
No,
Like,
I know what you're getting your
Oh.
you get like you partially know. You know one piece of it, okay?
What I'm saying is it's a $50 limit and your one piece is $1. So you $4 worth of stuff in that bag.
Jesus.
It might not even be $1. It could be less than that. I don't know.
Jesus. I hope I'm not Christian's person.
No, it'll be cool, really cool. And it's really kind of thought out, and one part of it is pretty meaningful, and you guys have experienced it as well. So,
By the way, whoever has Jeff Bisker for Secret Santa, Goosemas tickets, not only is he the
tried to get him to
goose
go.
of insurance, but
Cassie
he
said no.
also is a goose head.
Yeah.
What do you call a goose attendee?
we don't have a name yet, unless I'm
Goose
wrong.
head.
Is it not Goose?
No,
You guys don't actually call yourself that?
Goosey boot.
no.
You should.
We need to come up with something.
What is a goose
But
person called?
Goosemas is like a 2-day concert with a band called Goose Jam Band. It's never in the same city. They have different not recurring things, just different themes. So last year, the first show, you break it down into 2 different sets plus an encore. So the first set was about mirrors. They played like Man in the Mirror by Michael Jackson, played Mirrors by Justin Timberlake. What is it?
How apropos! Don't look!
Oh my God, what is it?
Liv, what do you think a goose person is called according to Google? By the way, I'm so excited to cut you off.
Is it not a goose head?
It's not. A goose person, according to Google AI, is typically called a silly goose, which means someone is acting foolishly silly as a goose.
Goose didn't get the...
If you go to dictionary.com, goose meaning a silly or foolish person or a simpleton.
Not Goose. Google didn't understand the assignment there, okay?
Bro.
They really did not. I don't care.
I'm calling you guys the silly gooses. The silly geese.
This is terrible.
Silly goose family called. Ooh,
But they did
family.
Mirrors for the first set, Fire for the second. The second night they did... What was the first part of...
What the fuck?
the second was Jungle. I can't remember what the first was.
A family of water birds that includes geese is called a blank.
I don't know, dude. I've never done these kind of Google searches that you have.
I can't even pronounce this. I don't get speak.
I hope you start getting
Look up.
marketing material from Goose now.
I hope I do. Anatide? Somebody help me with this word. I'm really good at words. Anatide. Something like that. Anatide? Sorry, people. Trying to get this play. Can I get like a dictionary definition here?
Okay. Anyways, going to Goosemas next week. Well, actually, when this podcast comes out, I've already been back and experienced it.
Rude.
But a lot of fun. People wear Santa hats. They'll dress up like Christmas people and elves and sweaters and just there for a good time. 2 nights of music. This year they're doing a bingo theme. So they're going to have a live bingo host on the stage rolling the bingo wheel, and whatever ball comes out, they have to perform that song.
Interesting.
So they don't know what they're going to play until that ball comes out. And typically bands, when they go out on stage, they know their entire set list. So this is all going to be kind of like live in the act, and they're going to be like, oh, I got to play the song. But what I'll be curious to see is if like when they're jamming and they jam into the next song.
Anatide.
And what is that in reference to?
Anatidai or Anatidi.
They don't even know. They don't even know.
Anatide.
And that person's creepy. They've definitely, whoever's voice that is, they've definitely killed a few people.
Anatide. An Anatide is a family of water birds that includes geese, which, by the way, one can make the argument that the goose family, the goose band, is geese.
They're a flock.
They're a flock of geese. But you are not one of them, so you must be a water bird, an Anatide.
I don't like this. Yeah, you're ruining this. Can we? I don't have any more Christmas activities.
This is the funniest podcast we've ever done.
Who like birds are called.
Anatide.
Does it mean to be an enthusiast of birds?
Anatide.
No.
What do you call an ornithologist?
Yes,
is one who
ornithologist.
studies the birds.
You guys are having so much fun. I'm just not. I'm over it.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Okay, well.
So let's ask this question. We have a list of 10 things that are here to do around Baltimore. They include things, by the way, if you haven't already, go to our website at Frank Oliver Co. Under additional resources. Go to the blog. There is information on all 10 of these. Locations, places, everything. We have ice skating down at the Inner Harbor. We've got Explore the Aquarium, which, by the way, is a lot of fun to do in the winter in case you haven't done it. There's the holiday train ride at the B&O. There's the Maryland Science Center.
The lights on 34th Street.
The lights on 34th. Shopping and dining at Fells Point. Of this list, what is the one that you have done, not the Miracle on 34th Street, that you would recommend someone else to do?
I don't have any on this list that I've done except for skating at the Inner Harbor. We did that at a family fun night last year sometime.
Yep.
And that was cool.
It was a lot of fun.
But the one that I would do that's not on this...
And recommendation, sorry. On that one, skating at the Inner Harbor, go on a weeknight because there's fewer people there.
Yeah, that is true. Very smart thing to do. The one that I would recommend doing is the drive-through lights at Sandy Point State Park.
I also was going to say the one that I have not done, but I want to do, is the day trip to Longwood Gardens for the holiday lights. But I have done the drive-through lights at Symphony.
Really?
Symphony in the Woods. Also, anybody that's watching the podcast, watching me eat this candy cane in possibly the weirdest way, this is the way I do it.
Stop. What are we doing here?
All right. At least I'm not an anati day.
This podcast is veering off.
Oh, Jesus.
But
all right, so
at
Sandy Point.
Yes, I have a favorite set of lights there. I don't know if you're going to that, but I wanted to share. So there's this... A lot of lights there from when I was a kid, so it's very nostalgic going back and seeing it and still having these old, really, lights that I grew up with. The one in particular that stands out is you're driving through the road, they have ones that kind of go over the road, like little tunnels, and they create that. There's one that is a gingerbread man jumping off, from one side of the road, flipping and whatever, and then lands on his gingerbread house, and it is my favorite. The faces
For clarity,
that he makes...
this is lights.
Yeah, it's not a real person jumping.
Well, yesterday when we were watching the parade, there was a guy jumping off of the bike rack over there on a skateboard.
Here he is. I had a friend go, and they had a video of it. Look at this.
Watching the video. It's
my favorite one.
That is intense for reference.
And
it's a 2-lane road.
Yeah.
That is intense. One of my goals of this year is to go to more drive-through. And in case you don't know, the way to do the drive-through, put your favorite hot beverage in a thermos or a cooler that you can drink while you go through the drive-through. I'm not advocating drinking alcoholic beverages. I am saying that it's a lot of fun to drink hot chocolate while driving through these.
Do you have favorite Christmas music? Because
No.
you got to pair the drink and the Christmas music.
No, I don't. Point blank.
God, man.
I mean, I'm good for all the normies.
Okay.
I'm good for a Sinatra Christmas. I'm good for Mariah Carey Christmas. But I don't have any specific songs that I'm
There's an album.
Vibes.
It's
Is it a waterfowl?
What the dude? We're moved on from birds and water.
That was a general question.
I don't even know what a waterfowl is, so I can't answer that.
Live.
You don't know what a waterfowl is?
I live under a rock. If it's not Goose, if it's not Grateful Dead, and if it's not me selling a house, what do you want from me?
A waterfowl.
Educate me.
It's a water bird.
Good for him.
Fowl. Bird.
Okay.
From the water.
Nice.
Waterfowl.
So this one, a very special Christmas, the original volume, and it has the Eurythmics, Whitney Houston. The Bruce Springsteen one is great.
That's the best Christmas song.
Which one?
Can I tell you
Oh,
a
yeah.
sad story?
And then I want to share more. There's John Mellencamp, Run DMC, Sting, U2, Madonna, Bob Seger, the Little Drummer Boy, slaps. You have Bon Jovi, you have Stevie Nicks.
Can I tell you a really sad thing?
Good.
I probably know half of those artists.
No,
Who are
that's
the
a
Pointer
lie.
Sisters?
Huh?
Pointer Sisters.
Where do you see that at?
Top. Who is that?
I don't know, but this one slaps too. Whoa!
I definitely don't know them. Who is Eurythmics?
Just another band. They were from the early '80s, the most
I
successful
know
duo.
Whitney Houston. I know Bruce brings Houston.
There's another one that's by Bruce. That's not by Bruce, but he does one that is not on this album. Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
I've definitely heard that. I want to say Debbie played that for me, to be honest with you.
Yeah, she's a big Bruce Springsteen fan. Can you imagine seeing this live around Christmas time?
I just did not get that bug. That bug is not in me.
What bug? Like the Christmas music bug?
The going to live music bug. Couldn't care.
You better not cry.
What is this podcast? We can't play this song.
Keep going.
Well,
You know that, right?
Why not?
Copyright already flagged it. You can
Oh!
well, you hate
Christian and the anti
Well, hopefully they hear my voice and not Bruce's.
and Anatide, which is the weirdest word.
You make it weird, dude.
I feel like
You are misleading these people. You are
educator.
against my jam band propaganda
I'm
right
not
now.
against it.
You are.
No, I'm not against it. I will say that my dad is a very verbose human being. On his voicemail, he has, I will call you back as expeditiously as possible. And from being a 4-year-old, that has been on his voicemail. So I think my dad is a verbose human being. Thus is where I got my vocabulary. I have never heard this word before, Anatide. But
Yeah,
you
he's-
and Jeff are now Anatide.
No, we're not. I do.
You are.
Nope.
You are a family of water birds.
I do
that
not
includes
claim
me.
that name. I do
I
not
did.
claim that word.
I did. As another aside, I do have one other tradition that I think is heartwarming, so I want to share it.
Oh, let's hear it.
All right. So this candy cane reminded me of it. So as a child and even as an adult, my father is Santa Claus. My father is Santa Claus, and he goes
I do know
to specifically one assisted living facility where he dresses up as Santa and gives out candy canes, and he gives out candy canes and Hershey's Kisses to all of the people at the facility, including the nurses and the doctors and everyone else. There's so much support for what he does, and I feel like that is a dying breed. I feel like in today's world, there's so many people that want to do it because of social media.
Yeah.
They want to do it because of followership or let's give back. We're going to raise money, but it's really like self-serving. It's very business oriented. People do the Toys for Tots, and that's great. And I'm not knocking these people. By the way, we have a Toys for Tots fundraiser that you guys can give to. But my dad is just one person that does it for himself.
Yeah.
It's almost like his service to his community. He drives up to this place. He does a whole ring, circus of the whole thing. He's got the whole family participating in it. We've got gifts that get donated to the organization. Families can give their loved ones gifts. They will be put under the tree. And then my dad, as Santa Claus, will give them to their loved ones. And it is the most interesting, personal experience, and I just think it's so amazing that my dad does that. So shout out to him as Santa Claus. If you do need a Santa Claus to come work at your event, he would do it and probably not charge you anything because he just loves giving and spreading Christmas cheer.
Let's make this go full circle again back to
the waterfowl.
Sure. I'm trying to pull up the post, but what Goose does for all their Goosemas shows and even just some of their regular shows, they'll do like a food drive. So if you bring food, you get a certain poster from the show. It's like canned food, but then for Goosemas, if you bring like a $30, $35 toy and donate it at one of the drives, you in exchange get a poster from the show. And last year, I'm trying to find it how many toys they got, but bro, I'm telling you, like if there's let's say 20,000 people at that venue, I would say they got 30,000 toys.
And I love that. See, like our brokerage does a toy drive before our Christmas party, and we have a party coming up next week where, everyone has had to have already donated a toy to participate. And it's just so amazing because the brokerage isn't doing it as a public-facing event, but more like an individual. And if you want to come to our Christmas party, you have to bring a toy. It's
okay,
like
I lied. It's not as many numbers as I thought.
Ah!
But it's still kind of impressive. Like, for the amount of people that they can reach and tell about this to get there to the venue, they collected over $10,000 worth of toys last year to donate.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And they said 340, so I'm curious to see how big this one will be. But they like do it all, like the band does a lot of the work too. So like this is after the show, after the donation stuff, and they're unloading the truck, taking it to the donation spot, and
Yeah, that's really cool.
they have a box truck full of these things, man.
That's really cool.
And like this is outside the
What I
venue.
love is when people do it for themselves, not for the corporate sponsorship of it all. And I think that needs to be spread more in today's world.
Well, the company they partnered with is called the Conscious Alliance. And Conscious Alliance, I don't know too much about them, but they've partnered with Goose, they've partnered with bands, and again, they do the food drives at a lot of the shows. So again, if you bring like 25 or 50 canned foods, you get a free poster. And then for this toy drive, you can also get one. But it's a great way to just
give back.
Yeah.
And speaking of giving back, if you don't already know, we have a trolley tour coming up in February, about a month and a half from now. We have the trolley tour, which is the first of 3 in Baltimore, where they give out $25. I give up. Christian, can you just tell them?
They give out $25,000 lotteries.
Thank you.
Or grants. What you have to do is you have to have your counseling done. You have to have your one-on-one certificate, be pre-approved, and get your home that you want to buy under contract within, he said 12 business days.
Yeah.
So it ends up,
you have to get your house under contract and you have to get your paperwork submitted. But I digress. If you need more information, reach out to Christian. Proud sponsor of Live Baltimore, a huge organization that promotes home ownership here in Baltimore City. And then shortly thereafter, we do have our home buyer brunch. If you haven't registered already, send us a message on Instagram at michael.frank____. And Liv will send you the content for the home buyer brunch. You can always reach out to Christian, the Goosemas.
No, not yet.
No.
Christian the Deadhead still.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. People know my handle like that. So like if I change it, I don't want to throw it off.
My handle like that.
They know me like that. Gang, gang.
Anyway, we will catch up with you guys real soon. I really appreciate you hanging out with us through the 2024 season. I don't know what's wrong with me, but we will talk to you real soon.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. Merry Chrysler.
What's up, guys? Thanks for watching. For more information on the housing market, Real Estate 101, how you can leverage your position in today's market, and so much more, click on the link below. If you like this video or have a burning real estate question you'd like us to answer, leave us a comment and let us know. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss an episode, and we'll see you again real soon.